Hey guys, Tkdean here once again for OverZone. In today's video, we are going to be doing a King's Row, I guess, guide. Same as the Dorado map guide. We'll be going over all the little tips and tricks, intricacies, choke points, all the fun tips and tricks that you guys need to know to rank up fast in Overwatch. But before I do that, I have to mention the Loot Crate giveaway. So the link is in the description to our Gleam. To do that, you just click on the Gleam link and sign in with your YouTube or Google account, and then you do the steps on the actual Gleam and you're in the running for a Loot Crate, which is pretty awesome if I do say so myself. So as I come out of spawn, I usually go up there, which there is a route around here. But seeing as I am Reinhardt, I won't be going up there. I will be covering that in a small other segment of the video, but not just right now. Usually I come out from the tunnel, the tube under there, the tube. You coming out from the tube? Or I head up there as like Genji or someone, but as Reinhardt I just usually take your standard attack path. First off, when it comes to King's Row, which I find weird enough, most people do not set up on the high ground. Most people set up here. I agree with that, but also strongly kind of disagree with that as well. I do agree in the fact that it is a great choke, that if you have a Junkrat spamming bombs into the into that little choke area there, it can be absolutely detrimental. But I like to set up in the high ground up there if I'm soldier or something. I'll show you that in the next little bit. But as Reinhardt, I like to set up here. Never, ever, ever here. I wish I'd put on the X spray. I didn't. Never set up here. It's way too close to their spawn. I mean, you take two, 3 steps to the left, you're set up practically in their spawn, and your spawn is, bear in mind, way further away. So yeah, do not set up there. Quick little tip, you can actually get up here as any character. It's fun, but having a Torb up here is absolutely insane. Or a Bastion. You just set up behind here and you've surprised the enemy. Set up a turret here, set up a Bastion here, and it's like, oh, surprise, you are dead. Alright, so the second kind of choke point, I guess, is here. This is where you want to be setting up a standard defense. Having like a Soldier 76 up there. Somebody that can flank can go around there. You know, try and get there's plenty of intricacies to this map. This is just a beginner's guide. I'll be going through advanced flanks and stuff like that in the coming weeks of this channel, but first I'll just go over the beginners segments. So this is your second kind of choke, in and around here. You can even stand here and somebody can set up beside you there and just shoot out. That way you're not taking damage from like a fire strike or something, and they're not taking damage until your shield pops down. Then you notify your team, pop the shield back, and then you can set up back here. This one, if it's set up right, can be unbreakable. I'll say that for a fact. This choke point here can be unbreakable. So say they've pushed the cart to about there, and your back is kind of against the wall here, because if you manage to knock them off the cart, you can just set up back here, or better yet, set up back in your old spot over there, which is great. But if you have the cart back here, your Reinhardt will definitely stay down here. But I'll show you now who can get up to the high ground. Okay, so Tracer is one of the characters that can get up to this high ground as well. I would say set your Reinhardt there or something like that. Set your big tanks down on the low ground and let your flankers and your soldier and something like that go through this. But this is another great place to set up. You've good view, but you've also a sight line for like a sniper there. So setting up here is risque at best. Set up over here on defense, it's really easy. You've only one real sightline to worry about, and if you're feeling even ballsier, you can set up here, and you have an escape up that way. You can escape this way. You have a little mini health pack up there. This one is really, it's brilliant. So say they've gotten the cart this far. They've pushed the cart to this far. This checkpoint, I guess. There's not a lot that you can do here, except for if you have somebody who with movement abilities, like a tracer. You set up usually up here if you're a defending team, if you have somebody who can get up here. If not, that's kind of a high ground area over there. That's the high ground area you can set up to defend. Set up your Widowmaker up here or something like that. The soldier down there. A Hanzo up here. You kind of want to have a Reinhardt in here or something like that. But, you know, it's just one of those places that this is one of the easiest kind of areas to hold. But it can also be one of your worst nightmares if you're you're a bad defending team. If they've pushed the cart to about here, just kind of, you know, go in, try and stop the cart or stall it out, you know, a few of these, and then a rewind, you know, try and stall the cart. But if they've got it to about there, or even to about here, it's game over. Okay, so you're now on attack on King's Row. This is personally one of my favorite parts of King's Row is attack. I love King's Row on attack. So usually I come out of this run area here. I usually go up to here. If I'm not shot by now, I'll try and get around here and maybe up around here. This is where I'll usually set up to try and shoot some enemies down here. If I'm on King's Row and I get to that choke point, aggression is the key. I mean it. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. I'm slapping the table right now, but you have to be super aggressive. I mean, you have to push like lightning. So, when you've broken through this choke, I usually like to take the whole team, like I mean the entire team, through this building and get around behind the point here. Because then if you catch someone off guard, you can shoot them around there, shoot them there. If you're a flanker, you can get up to the high ground, you can shoot them from here, shoot them from here, you know, up here, stuff like that. Going around that way, going around this way, is not necessarily recommended. I wouldn't recommend it anyway, personally. I would go around this way. And for sure, this one has worked for me so many times. Going through this little hotel has worked for me so many times. It's not high ground per se, but it's definitely effective. I've taken the point so many times with this. But if you are looking for a high ground advantage, you can just go up here and push around here. You can shoot from up here. You can shoot from up there. You can get onto the statue as well if you wanted to. You know, it depends on who you have. If you have a Reinhardt, he'll like set up here and he'll set his shield up and he'll shoot down there. You get your soldier or something to shoot down there. You can get him to set up here as well if you need to. This one's a harder one to get across that gap because you can't really do it with normal mobility characters. So say now you've gotten onto the point and you're capping the point. Okay, what you want to do is, this can be a team stopper, as I've shown in one of my old Overcoach videos on my channel. This can be a team stopper. This can be like a rut that you get stuck in. But there's a lot of ways around this, and I'll show you them just now. First way, of course, is to come through here and flank around. Take like 3 of your team and use some ultimates around here on enemies that are set up like that. Next is you can go up here and flank around. So say you have someone with mobility, you can just get up here, shoot down here, even get up there. I won't do that right now. Ah, damn it. Yeah, so 150 hours of Tracer, guys. 150 hours. just tracer things. But you can go across there, of course. Way I like to go is back this way, because if you get back behind them like this, you have ways to shoot them from behind, as I showed before. Damn it. Don't do this to me. Don't embarrass me. You can shoot them from behind here. You can get around. Damn it. You can get around to up there. And if you're feeling really lucky and you want to catch someone from spawn, I would do a thing called lurk. So say you're up here, just hide in here, and if you see someone coming from their spawn, just drop down, maybe drop an ultimate on them, shoot them. You know, this is for heavy flankers, but say you're part of the death ball, just come straight through, follow the payload like this. It's on escort maps, it's best to actually stay on the payload and let your flankers do the most of the heavy hitting. Alright, so say you've gotten the payload to here. You are doing pretty damn well, my friend. You've gotten it to the third checkpoint. From here on in, it's very defender orientated, so I'll go over a few flanks that you can do with certain characters. Okay, so as I went over in my defender segment, you can get up here like this and shoot down here. You can get around here, you know, stuff like that. You can get up top here and shoot down. This is really good for the attackers, but I'm nearly 100% sure that there will be some defenders to contest you up here, so you'll have to spare ultimates and stuff like that. Make sure you're shooting. Make sure you've got some backup from your healers. Say you have an Ana down there shooting up at you. But keep as many people as you can on the cart. If they're not contesting you up here, just shoot into them, because like that's it, you know. Just shoot into them. It's insane. This area up here, if you deny this area from your defending team, you are absolutely going to win, because this area is the key to the defense. This area and this area over here, they are the keys to the defense on King's Row. So just bear that in mind. So say you've gotten the payload to about there. What I like to do is as follows, depending on if I have a character that can do it. So if I have a Genji or something like that, I will go under the point here. You know, spam some damage into here. If I get a kill, I will not stay here, right? I will definitely get out. Because if you get a kill and you get your dash back up, staying back there is a death threat. So saying like over here, I know you have your health pack, but if you waste that, that's your one lifeline. So if you get a kill here or something like that, you say you land 3 shuriken in the head to some random support, get the hell out, because you do not want to be spending time back there, because you will get absolutely destroyed. So I guess that's all for King's Row at the moment, guys. I'll definitely be doing an advanced flank guide for King's Row, because there's so many different flanks that you can take. King's Row is my personal favorite because I can just have a field day and not have to worry about my team pretty much. There's so much high ground on King's Row. There's so much stuff going on. It's insane. But let me know if you guys liked it. Like the video if you did like it. Subscribe if you really liked it. And you know what to do if you disliked it. Follow the Gleam link in the description for the giveaway. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Okay, so as I went over in my little defender segment. Okay, so as I went over in my defender segment. Okay, so as I went over in my defender segment.